What are the legal and ethical challenges of creating mods? Introduction. The complex world of modding. Modding, or modifying video games, is a popular activity that allows players to alter or add new content to existing games. While it fosters creativity, innovation, and community engagement, modding also comes with several legal and ethical challenges. These challenges arise due to the intersection of user-generated content, intellectual property laws, and the rights of game developers and publishers. Understanding these challenges is crucial for both modders and the gaming industry to maintain a healthy modding culture. Legal challenges of modding. Intellectual property, IP, violations. One of the most significant legal issues surrounding mods is the potential violation of intellectual property, IP, rights. Video games are protected by copyrights, and the assets used in these games, such as characters, environments, and music, are owned by the developers and publishers. When modders use these assets to create mods, they may inadvertently infringe upon copyright laws. This can lead to legal action by the original creators or publishers, especially if the mod is distributed or monetized. Modders must be cautious about using original game assets in their mods. Some modders opt to create entirely new content, such as custom models or textures, to avoid IP issues. Others may seek permission from developers to use game assets, but obtaining such permissions can be challenging and time-consuming. Distribution and monetization. Distributing mods can also present legal difficulties, especially when mods are shared through unofficial channels or sold for profit. Many developers allow mods to be shared freely within the community, but some publishers have strict guidelines about mod distribution. Selling mods, or creating mods that allow for in-game purchases or microtransactions, can be seen as a breach of copyright or breach of contract, as the game publisher retains control over the monetization of the game. The controversy surrounding monetization of mods came to a head with the 2015 Steam Workshop policy, which initially allowed mods to be sold. This policy was met with backlash from the community, leading to its reversal. As a result, modders must navigate the fine line between creating and sharing mods for free and ensuring they do not violate any terms of service or IP rights by trying to profit from their work. Terms of service violations. Most game developers and publishers include clauses in their terms of service, TOS, that restrict modding activities. These clauses often forbid modifying the game's files or altering its mechanics. While many developers turn a blind eye to mods created for personal use or non-commercial purposes, legal action may be taken if mods disrupt the game's integrity or violate the TOS. Additionally, some games have specific rules around modding that require modders to use certain tools or adhere to content guidelines. Failure to follow these rules could lead to mods being removed or, in extreme cases, legal action taken by the game's developers or publishers. Ethical challenges of modding. Respecting the original creator's vision. One of the primary ethical challenges in modding is respecting the vision of the original game developers. While mods can enhance or extend a game, there is a fine line between creative expression and altering the core gameplay in ways that may conflict with the developer's original intent. Some developers may encourage modding as a form of creative collaboration, while others may feel that mods undermine their work or misrepresent their vision. Modders must also consider whether their work may lead to unintended consequences, such as skewing the game's original narrative or tone. For example, creating mods that drastically alter the game's difficulty or mechanics may make the game feel less authentic or detract from the developer's intended experience. Credit and attribution. Ethical issues also arise around credit and attribution. Modders often build upon existing work, whether it's game assets or mods created by others. In such cases, it's essential to give proper credit to the original creators, acknowledging their contributions. Failing to do so can lead to accusations of plagiarism or exploitation, undermining the modding community's values of collaboration and respect. Some modders may use assets from other modders without permission, resulting in disputes over who owns the rights to the work. The ethical responsibility to respect others' work is a fundamental principle of modding communities, and ensuring that creators receive proper credit is essential for maintaining a positive and supportive environment. Impact on the gaming community. Mods can sometimes have unintended ethical consequences for the gaming community as a whole. For example, mods that alter the game's difficulty or gameplay mechanics could lead to unfair advantages, especially in competitive multiplayer settings. In games that have a strong competitive scene, mods that provide an unfair edge can harm the integrity of the game and alienate other players. Additionally, some mods can introduce harmful or inappropriate content, such as offensive language, nudity, or violence. While many modding communities have guidelines for moderating and reviewing mods, it is up to the modder to consider the potential impact of their creations on the broader community and ensure that their mods align with acceptable standards. Balancing legal and ethical considerations. Developer engagement and community guidelines. The legal and ethical challenges of modding can be alleviated when developers engage with the modding community and establish clear, supportive guidelines. Some companies, like Bethesda and Valve, have created modding platforms and tools that encourage creativity while respecting intellectual property rights. These platforms allow modders to work within established parameters, ensuring that mods are shared and distributed in ways that benefit both the creators and the original developers. By providing modding tools and offering recognition to modders, developers can foster a healthy relationship with the community. When companies take a proactive approach to modding, it can help avoid legal disputes and ensure that the modding scene remains ethical and inclusive. Conclusion. Navigating the legal and ethical landscape. While modding is a highly creative and enriching aspect of gaming, it comes with significant legal and ethical responsibilities. Modders must be mindful of intellectual property laws, terms of service agreements, and the impact of their creations on the gaming community. At the same time, it is essential to respect the original vision of developers, give credit where it's due, and ensure that mods do not negatively affect the broader player experience. By navigating these challenges thoughtfully, modders can continue to contribute to the gaming industry in a positive and sustainable way.